Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Plami and in this episode of RDK I'm gonna be reacting to CIX's new comeback, Cinema. I literally reacted to their last music video a few days ago, even though it was released a few months ago, and I've already explained in a lot of my videos, like in my last 30 or 50 videos, why it took me so long to react to all these songs. But to put it simply, it's because I was overwhelmed by the amount of releases in the second half of 2020 and because I was busy with some personal life stuff as well. So it just took me a long time to get back to doing these K-pop reactions. But anyway, I actually surprisingly enjoyed that last song, which was named Jungle. And I did not really expect to enjoy it because I think when I reacted to X1, which was a long time ago, like in 2019 when I first started my YouTube channel, I really didn't like this kind of generic, typical and kind of bland K-pop sound that CIX, that CIX and X1 were doing at the time. It just felt so bland to me and so uninteresting, and there was nothing that I can latch onto to really enjoy the song. So I've been really biased against these few groups, but ever since I think I would say mid 2020, when I first listened to CIX's The Answer, I actually really enjoyed that song and I've listened to it so much, even though it's not at all what I enjoy listening to most of the time, which for your information is the kind of groups like Stray Kids, 80s, NCT, like the very hard-hitting, rap-heavy, and usually dark and rough kind of K-pop. In terms of boy groups, that's what I enjoy. So I was pretty surprised when I reacted to Jungle and actually enjoyed it a lot, but it appealed to me in some ways, so it's not too surprising because it was kind of like a dark and moody kind of song, not too different from the kind of songs that I usually listen to. And the only reason why it wasn't like those songs exactly, it's because it focused more on the vocals rather than on the rapping. At least that's how I feel like. So yeah, I'm curious where this song is going to go in, because this is supposed to be like a second half of an album, so I'm curious whether they're gonna do the exact same thing or very similar, or they're gonna go in a completely different direction with this. But yeah, anyway, I'm pretty excited, so let's get into it in 3, 2, 1.
Clear, cameras are set. Set. Here we go. Ready and
action! Okay, it doesn't seem like it's going to be as dark and moody. It seems like it's going in more of a happy direction, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Also, there's weirdly something offbeat about this song. But I do kind of like the vibe that the song is giving off. Like, a year ago, I would have said that... Like, a year ago, I would have thought that this is not catchy enough for me, but I actually find it pretty catchy right now. Ooh, that sounded actually really good. You know how I said in the last reaction to Jungle how they remind me of Astro? Thinking of them in that sense actually allows me to enjoy their songs more, because otherwise I'm forcing them into a certain box of K-pop songs that they do not really do that kind of stuff. If I think of them as an Astro-like group, it's much easier to digest their music. Because Because otherwise, I'm judging them by the standard that groups like Stray Kids, NCT, and 80s have set. Because usually that's what I listen to. But if I can like Astro, because they are one of the group, because they are a group that I listen to, there's no reason why I should hate this group. And also, another thing that I think I mentioned in the last CIX reaction, but with these kind of songs, if they were in English, I would love them to death. Because the biggest reason why I don't like slower and more pop-like K-pop songs is because the big reason why I enjoy American pop songs is because I understand the lyrics and relate to the messages. And with K-pop songs, I don't understand Korean, so I'm only limited to enjoying whatever the song gives me off, which also explains why I enjoy the very bombastic and maximalistic kind of K-pop songs, which have lots of noises, lots of energy, lots of rapping, lots of singing, compared to the more calmer and bop-like K-pop songs. Yeah, I still enjoy this song actually. I'm disappointed a little tiny bit that it's not as dark as Jungle was, even though that wasn't even that dark, but I feel like there was more energy and it was closer, I guess, to the kind of K-pop songs that I do enjoy the most. So that's why I enjoyed it more compared to this, which is more playful and more bop-like. But it's still a good song, like, judging it on the standards of other bop songs, it's actually a solid addition to a bop playlist. But yeah, we're definitely gonna have to listen to it a second time though, because I wanna see what exactly is offbeat about the song, because as catchy as it is, in the beginning at least, it just feels weirdly off. Like it's not quite actually fit, it doesn't fit perfectly. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1.
Clear. Let me know when cameras are set. Set. Here we go. Ready and action.
Like this bass in the background, like instrumental, it's offbeat for some reason. It's most likely intentional, but I don't really see why would you do it. It just bothers me. It annoys my OCD. The fact that it doesn't fit perfectly with the rest of the beat. But yeah, I'm definitely vibing even more with the vibe of this song on the second listen. Oh my god, that Solema part, I love it so much. It's definitely the best part of the song for me. Yeah, the chorus is so good. The verses are kinda a little boring to me, mainly because I'm really tired, like I'm recording this very late. But they do not really keep my interest that much. But the chorus is really good. Which I guess also plays into the reason why I consider this kind of group like very generic K-pop stuff. Because in typical K-pop nature, the chorus is the catchiest part of the song and the verses are kinda hit or miss. That's the first thing that I noticed about K-pop when I first got into it in 2016. Although the verses of K-pop songs have definitely gotten better. But for this song, just the verses don't really keep my attention as well as the chorus does. The chorus is honestly a 10 out of 10 for me. I really like it. And it's not like the verses are bad or anything, they're just not keeping my attention. And as I said, it's mainly because I'm super tired, not because it's a bad song. I just wanted to point it out. But yeah, overall I would say this is a pretty good song, but it's kind of like a similar situation to how I felt about CIX. Or CIX, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Like, in their most recent comeback, I didn't enjoy it as much as I did their previous comeback, which was The Answer, which was a really surprisingly catchy song that I really enjoyed. And this is the same case for CIX. Their previous comeback, Jungle, I actually liked a lot and I've been listening to a lot. And this one, while I still like it, it's just not as good to me as Jungle was. It's still a good song, but to me personally, it's not as good for me. So yeah, in terms of ratings, I think I'm gonna give it a solid 8.2 out of 10, maybe an 8.3, but I'm leaning towards 8.2. But yeah, the main reason why it's not higher is because I just don't feel like it has the energy. I don't think it intends to have the energy because it's not the kind of song that requires it. It's just, it's a bop. It's not a banger. And it's not intending to be a banger. But even then, I just wanted that energy. And I feel like Jungle just had more rough energy, which is more appealing to me. So that's kind of like a personal preference kind of thing, but still. But in terms of what it is probably maybe closer to like a 9 or a 10 out of 10, because there isn't much wrong with the song. The one thing that I think it's objectively wrong about this song is the beat in the beginning, the instrumental not fitting perfectly with the beat. It just infuriates me and it's annoying, and I feel like if I point that out to somebody, they're gonna be annoyed about it as well. So yeah, that's the only thing that I would say is bad about this song, but ignoring that, which is not even that big of a deal, it's a nitpick at the end of the day, it's an overall really good song. So yeah, again, I'm gonna repeat, if you want me to check out the B-sides of this album, comment it down below so I know that there is interest for me to do so, because otherwise, as much as I would love to do it just because I want to, there's just way too many releases and comebacks all year for me to be able to keep up with all the comebacks and all the albums, and also be able to do different kinds of content that I do on my channel. So from now on, as I mentioned in my last few videos, I'll only be doing album reactions in two cases: when I want to and when a few people ask me to, because I'm still a relatively small channel, so it's not gonna be like 100 people asking me to react to something. This way, if I don't want to or don't feel like reacting to something, I'm not gonna do it, and I'm not gonna waste time for the sake of getting like 10 views on a video that probably took me like an hour or two to record and edit. But yeah, I'm still hopeful that you guys gonna ask me, because I have a little bit of an interest to check them out, but it's still up to you, so do what you gotta do. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you end up enjoying my stories or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going. You help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!